the Oscar producers aren't the only ones slapping around the idea of getting Chris Rock to host an award show. Bad journalism right there. The 57-year-old comedian has reportedly been offered a shit ton of money to host the 2023 Golden Globes, and Everybody Hates Chris alum apparently doesn't love the idea of racking in the big bucks by capitalizing on the viral moment of Will Smith walking on stage and slapping him at the 2022 Oscars, so he declined the job. The alleged ask comes a few days after Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the organization behind the Golden Globes, announced that they signed a one-year deal with NBC to broadcast in this coming January. So, Rock was also allegedly asked to host the Oscars next year too, but he declined. So the grown-up star also claimed he was offered but refused a post-slap Super Bowl commercial, according to the Arizona Central. In fact, he hasn't said much about the incident publicly at all. Instead, he's worked on the topic to his stand-up tour with Dave Chappelle around the world. And he's making money with Dave Chappelle. So we're going to just cut right to the chase here. Mr. GPS, do you think that it's a mistake for Chris Rock to turn down, as he quoted, all this shit ton of money?
No, because not all money is good money.
Good point.
And I don't know if they've really put a cap on folks just running up on stage and attacking celebrities, because, of course, right after Will did that, I want to say...
Happened to Dave.
Dave Chappelle, that was right after that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was, man. It happened to him.
So I would be inclined to take a break from it. Like, look, give me something else to do. Because really, I don't even want to be in the same building with him, let alone knowing he's out in the audience somewhere.
Correct.
Him or the wife.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's got to die down a while. Or who knows? He may be saying yes now, and maybe now. Maybe he'll say, you know what? I'll take that.
He might change his mind. Absolutely, that is true.
I'd have thought of a whole skit just for this.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? I'm curious about his tour. I'm very curious about it. So, we'll see if it's.
I want to say he was supposed to be here in Atlantic City.
Really? Okay.
Because I was tracking tickets for it.
And what are they running?
I know there was Atlantic City. Depending on where you are, it could be a couple hundred, could be a couple grand.
Damn.
But
it's Martian money.
Barclays Center. Oh, every bit of $2,500.
Oh, well, but that's Barclay. We know that. That's obvious. But
goddamn, $2,500, two people, $5,000 night and dinner,
and talking shit about people. Talking shit about people. You can talk about the audience, and it still doesn't matter. You're still getting paid. Unbelievable. That's a date night for Marsha and Usher right there. So, hey, $2,500 at the Barclay.
Yeah, that's the life of a comedian. Yes, I'm glad he didn't take the money, because he got morals. His attitude, Chris Rock's attitude at this point is, I don't have to do all that in order to make money. I'm already making money. Now, if he was a young, hungry comedian, they probably would have went ahead and took that, man. But he was like, nah. He's like, there's no need to. I don't think he has anything to prove. So, even with the Super Bowl thing, with the slap, come on. Come on.
Some things are just tacky, though. Some things are just tacky.
That is tacky right there. And plus, Will did his apology already, man. I wouldn't be shocked if they went to Will and asked him to do some dumb shit like that and be like, hey, man, can you slap somebody during a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Now, if he's dumb, I hope he turns all that stuff down, because I feel as though the best way to diffuse all this is just ignore it and they'll go away. And as time goes on, they'll sit down and have that talk. I still say that the apology that Will made wasn't authentic enough. To me, it just wasn't. It wasn't substantial enough.
To me, it was scripted. It just felt very scripted. Marsha, you going to say something about that?
As a communicator and I shape people's personas. I don't think his relations people did a good job, but I think he is battling some other demons that he needs to really address before he can come on and actually give Chris the apology that he deserves.
Okay.
That's my psych background, because I got psychology.
Yeah. How you manipulate the men that way. We know that. We understand that. That's just your steez.
That's because of the boobs.
She said,
well, the following commentary from Marsha is not the official commentary of the show, but you definitely be a deer in headlights with those headlights. But anyway, hey, you brought it.
You said it.
You professed it. You professed.
I am a happily
Happily gifted. Happily gifted. Yes, you was happily gifted. And America thanks you.
But I do
Usher
think
thanks
that,
you.
Usher loves me.
I
do think that he needs to work on his delivery a little bit, and he has to just fix his own demons first. Get rid of Jada.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's a whole totally different story there, but you are right on that, 100% spot on. So we are happy that Chris is taking the high road in all this. I mean, but at the same time, I still look back. This is really unfortunate because these are two great actors, two great comedians within their own times. And just for one little incident, you know, this is like the perils of Hollywood.
I just think because they were both African Americans, more emphasis was put on it.
Yes.
I think
black
a
on
lot
black
more.
crime.
True.
Yeah, black on black crime. That I think more emphasis was put on it because I was looking at what was it Abbott Elementary when Quinta I think what's the last I forgot her last name when she made her speech and Fallon did his little shit up on stage where he fell down and he was laying on the stage and all that and people were outraged. They were like, you know, why are you going to do that in her moment of her moment of glory? You're going to sit there and make a, you know, turn into a comedian a comedic moment. Yeah, and a lot of people got offended by that, and it blew right on over. But this Chris Rock thing, man, this thing stayed. I mean, it's been a year, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
And we're still talking about. We're still talking about it, man.
Slap heard around the world, and if you want to go back and look at how it all began, you can always check out our YouTube page, and we got it basically. We got it in chronicle order here, so it's for you and for all of your friends to share.